Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day today. So for today's video, I've not done one of these in so long. I'm going to be showing you guys my current everyday makeup routine and I'm so excited to get into it. So I'm going to keep the intro nice and short, but if you're interested to see how I'm doing my makeup lately, the products I'm using and how I use them, then just keep on watching, and if you're getting ready, let's get ready together. Try and keep this hair out of my face because it's actually one of the things that drives me up the wall. So first and foremost, I'm going to be going in with primer. So the primer I'm using at the minute is the Studio London by Superdrug Primer. Not my favourite primer, I'm just using it because it is in my project pan and I want to use it up by the end of the year, hopefully in a couple of months. But I'm just going to go in with this and I always rub it in between my hands first. And it kind of, I'm not sure what this primer does. It feels like a kind of mattifying primer, but also one that just also smooths your skin as well. So it's not a bad primer, it's just not my favourite primer. Like nowadays, I just feel like there's much better primers than this. But yeah, I don't know what it does because it literally has like no information on it at all. Never really had that with a primer before. Sorry if there's like a bit of a weird light. I have my little light up mirror here, so hopefully that's not too bad. But now it's time for brows. I'm going to use the NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen. I really like this brow pen. When my eyebrows are laminated, it just makes it so easy. I must admit that my brow lamination is pretty much all gone by this point, but I just like to give them a bit of a grace period in between before I rebook in to get them done again. I know you don't really have to if you like do your aftercare properly, but I just like to because I don't want to fry my eyebrows off, you know. But I just kind of fill them in wherever I feel like they need it. I really want to get this brow pen in like a lighter shade. I just feel like this one is a little bit too dark for me. I mean, it's literally the perfect shade for my eyebrows, but I feel like it just makes them look really harsh and like quite heavy, even when I just do like a light fill. So they look super messy right now, but bear with me. And then I'm just gonna let them dry off a little bit, and I'm just gonna go in with a spoolie, and I just brush through them a little bit, see if I've missed any gaps or anything, which I don't think I have this time. Nala must have heard something, she's barking. And then it is time for brow gel. So the brow gel I'm using at the minute is the NYX The Brow Glow. I don't mind this. I want to try another, I was gonna say brow glow, another brow gel. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I just feel like this one takes off quite a lot of the product. Like it doesn't really matter what I use, whether it's brow pencil, whether it's brow pen. That's kind of all I use. It always takes some of the product off, which is quite annoying. But yeah, I like brow gels that have quite a good hold on my brow hairs, because I hate when you put them in a place where you like them and then they just fall down throughout the rest of the day. So if you have any suggestions, please let your girl know. I know this looks insane, but just trust the process. Now that my brows are done, I'm going to go in with foundation. The foundation I'm using at the minute is the e.l.f. CC Camo Cream foundation. I like this. I'm going to try and put less on today and give it a good shake as well. It just sometimes goes a little bit like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like it can just look a little bit cakey around my mouth, which I don't really have that problem with like any other foundation that I have. So I'm not too sure what the issue is. Maybe it's just starting to expire a bit on me. I hope not, because I really want to empty this foundation. But I just take some on the back of my hand and then I get that on my brush. Just work it into the bristles and then go straight in on my face. This has got like really good coverage, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure it's a full coverage CC cream, which I'm a bit confused about because I swear CC creams are supposed to be lighter coverage, but I swear it claims to be full coverage. Yeah, it's a full coverage natural finish, but at the minute I have got quite a bit of acne scarring, so I don't mind having a bit more coverage. I remember there was a stage where everyone used to love this foundation, and I must have loved it as well. I don't remember loving it, but I must have, because it's like halfway empty already and I know I've not used it for a while. This is the bit I can't stand, is going around my brows. Okay, and now that I've got like a layer of that down, I'm just going to go in with a damp sponge, and I just like to pat over this because it, one, will pick up any excess product that may be like laying on top of my skin, but then also it just makes sure there's no brush strokes and everything is blended seamlessly. I've done my foundation like this for years. I can't remember the last time like I just used a sponge or I just used a brush. I just much prefer the way my foundation looks when I do it like this. So now that that is all down, time to go in with bronzer. The bronzer I'm using at the minute is the PS foundation and contour stick. Mine is in the shade Toffee. I used to really love this. This is also in my project pan. I did really used to love this. I feel like there is definitely products out there now that I prefer to this, but it is still really good. And if you're in a pinch, it's super affordable. Does this still have the price on it? I'm not sure if it does. I don't think I have the price on this anymore, but they're really inexpensive, like £2-3 I think. So it is a really good bronzer for that, and because it is like a foundation stick as well, it has quite good coverage, so I do like that aspect of it as well. And I like to have like quite a bronzy forehead. I feel like if I don't put bronzer up here just like looks like it stands out so much compared to the rest of my face, so I tend to put quite a bit of bronzer up here. And now for blush. This is my favourite brush for blush. It's a Sample Beauty brush. It doesn't have like a number or anything, but it's just like angled, but it's like really nice and dense. I really love it. And the blush I'm going to go in with, I pulled this out the other day and I absolutely love it. I forgot how much I loved it. It's the e.l.f. Putty Blush. This is in the shade Bahamas. It looks like this. Mine still looks practically brand new, but I actually use this like a lot. Well, not recently, but I used to use it a lot. And yeah, I pulled it out the other day and I have not put it down since. I'm just going to build that up slowly on my cheeks. I do tend to go in with a bit more blush, like it'll look a bit crazy, but I always feel like once you powder down, you lose quite a lot of the pigment anyway. So I like to build it up quite a lot so that it still shines through underneath. Just look how beautiful that is. I absolutely love it. One thing I will say is I hate the applicator for this. I also feel like the blush is quite hard to get on the brush sometimes. Like I feel like I have to dig my brush in like a fair amount to get any product on my brush, but once it's on there, it's pigmented. So I do like to build it up quite slowly. And this is quite a matte blush as well, so it tends to last quite well on me all day because it's a matte blush. Okay, my nose looks insane, but just trust me, I promise. Just trust the process. Now for concealer, and I'm a little bit nervous about this because I've not used this in a while. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away concealer. Oh my god, my lid is stuck. I feel like this is why I stopped using it. Ugh, there we go. So I'm just gonna twist some of the product up. And I don't use a lot of concealer anymore. I just kind of use about that much. And then the way I apply my concealer is with like a fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I basically just pat it in under my eye, and I try not to take it right the way up to the lash line because I feel like that's where it can look a little bit crazy sometimes. So it's not completely blended yet because I'm going to go in with my sponge, but I'm just going to quickly carve out my eyebrows as well. Where's my brush gone? Hello? There it is. I'm genuinely tempted to take the sponge off this because it's gone so like just not appealing to look at all. So I'm tempted to just take it off because I always like to put my concealer on the back of my hand anyway. So I might do that, I'm not sure. If you've done that with the Charlotte Tilbury concealer, let me know how it worked out for you, because I don't want to ruin it either. And now I'm just going to blend all of that out with my sponge again because it picks up excess product, but also it gets rid of any brush strokes. It just makes everything look seamless, to be honest. Okay, and now it is time to set my face. So for my under eyes, I'm going to be using the Pat McGrath Labs. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Blowing Under Eye Powder. And I'm just going to take that on my Trigwell puff. So I just like to get some of that on the puff and then set my under eyes. Oh, just quickly before I do that, actually, I forgot. I always like to go back in with the blush brush and just go over where the concealer covered any of the blush, because that does tend to happen because obviously concealer has more coverage than the blush, which is why I tend to go in with so much blush to begin with. Oh my god, take a shot for every time I said blush, jeez. Yeah, and now I will just set my under eyes. And then to set the rest of my face, I've took the lid off, but this is the Huda Beauty baking powder, the loose one. Mine is in the shade Pound Cake. This headband is so good at keeping my hair out of my face, but it's really heavy, so it tends to fall forward. I'm just quickly gonna set my concealer on my eyelids down, because obviously that creases a lot because, you know, it's your mobile lid. If I was doing like a super colourful eyeshadow look, I would actually just leave the concealer wet and use it as a base, but I just want to do like a light, like quite airy eyeshadow look on my eyes today. It's not really going to be the focus of my look today. I just kind of want a natural, everyday-ish kind of look, you know? And as you can see, once you powder down over your blush and your bronzer, it dies down quite a lot, which is why I like to go in with quite a lot of product beforehand, because then when you set it down, it all, you know, looks less chaotic and less harsh. I've got loads of powder left in the lid. I hate when this happens. I always pour it into the lid because I just find it easier than using the little like netting cushion thing, but then I always end up having loads left over. And it feels like a waste. Now my room is covered in powder because that powder is so fine. So next up I have powder, bronzer and blush and highlight. I'm just going to use my Beauty Gimme Sun Bronzer because I love this bronzer, I'm not going to lie. You can't get it anymore, but I love it, so sorry. I also really would like to have this out of my collection as well, just because you guys can't buy it, so I don't really like using it, but I'm using it today. I'm just going to go over everywhere I bronzed earlier, and I'm not like super like careful with this because I just want it to be like really blown out and diffused. I don't want it to just look like a harsh line, so I'm not really careful with it because I feel like when you're too careful with it, it's when you try and make it look too perfect and your face isn't like a perfect straight line or, you know, perfectly bronzed in just one area. So I try my best not to be too precise with my bronzer application. Obviously I don't want it going all the way down my face, but it's okay. I can always clean up a little bit with my sponge if I take it too far down. just kind of like so. And then gonna go in with blush next, and the blush that I've been using at the minute, just because it's kind of the perfect shade to go with the e.l.f. one, is this Primark blush. It's in the shade True Peach. It was £1 and I've not even made a dint in this yet, but I have actually used this blush a lot, believe it or not, because it's just so easy. And I just take it on this Real Techniques BO2 brush. I love this brush because I feel like it's so pretty. It looks like a really expensive brush, even though it's really not. And I just kind of pat that on and then diffuse it out. It just looks so pretty, oh my god. Try not to go too crazy, but just add a little bit to the end of my nose. Just because when I do get sunburn, this part of my nose is the part that actually gets burnt. So I feel like it looks natural. Oh, it's looking so pretty. I love doing makeup. Oh my god, it's like therapy. And then for highlight, the highlight I have been loving is super affordable again. It's the Essence The Highlighter. This is in the shade Mesmerizing, but this highlighter is just such a pretty like champagne-y shade. I love it. And yeah, it's just perfect, to be honest with you. And I just do tiny little circular buffing motions where I want the highlighter. I've got Talia's 365 song stuck in my head. I could not believe it when she announced that she was pregnant. I actually thought I was going to cry. And Sophie's also pregnant, which again made me want to cry. I actually did tear up a little bit at her little like vlog when she found out she was pregnant. Everybody's growing up. It's so cute. Like, these are people that I've grown up watching, and it's just so cute to see that they're all making their little families now. It's just so cute, honestly. I genuinely thought I was gonna cry. And the 365 song actually gave me goosebumps at the end when she shows her little like scam picture. Oh, stop it. It's just too cute. My little heart can't deal with it. Keep catching my microphone wire and I'm really hoping it's not making a buzzing noise. Just do a little bit of highlight on the tip of my nose, and then I already did a brush my eyebrow and I forgot. Oh, this might be a bit much. Quick, blend that out. But that is what it looks like. I just feel like it looks super cute and glowy. And now, do I set in spray now? No, I'm going to do eyeshadow next, I think. I'm going to use this brush. This is another Real Techniques brush. It's a 305. It's like a smaller, kind of flat, fluffy brush. And I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Verse Palette. Oh my god, there's a hair stuck to it. Gross. And I think I'm just going to take this shade here and just do like a really light, like kind of wing shape, but really I don't want any kind of definition at all, so I'm going to try and be really light-handed. I just want it through my crease and slightly winged out, so I'm using a super light hand because I really don't want this to be too heavy. Can't decide whether to go in and use like a deeper shade to do a smoky wing, but I think I'm just going to do this with a bit of shimmer. I really haven't used this palette as much as I should have because I absolutely love it. Oh, that's a bit. But that's why I'm not doing a pan that palette this year, because I feel like it just takes away from the palettes I actually really want to use and are loving at the minute. One eye always goes better than the other. This is always the problem I have. I feel like I just need to deepen up this one just a tad. And then I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of this pink shimmer, just kind of all over the lid, but like super messy. I'm just gonna use my finger. I'm just gonna pat that out so it's like super diffused. I'm not rubbing or anything. I just I want a little bit of colour, but not like too much, just kind of when it like catches the light. I'm hoping you can see what I mean there. You can kind of see what I mean, just when it kind of like catches the light. There's a little something there. And now that that is done, I'm just quickly going to set my face with this is the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. As you can see, I've used this to death. I actually love it. Oh, I forgot to do inner corner and brow bone highlight. Damn it. I'll go in in a minute when this is dry. Okay, I'm just going to use my highlighter because there's not really a shade I can use out of the Charlotte Tilbury palette. And I'm just going to just going to highlight my brow bone and inner corner. Oh my god, there is setting spray all over this mirror. Oh no. Just going to bring that inner corner highlight in a little bit. I just feel like it opens up my eye, and I have quite big eyes, so sometimes I like to lean into that. Just kind of put it in this little pocket here. Yeah, that looks really, really cute. My mirror is so foggy, I literally can hardly see out of it now. So now I'm just quickly gonna get I need a spoolie, I need a clean spoolie. And I'm just gonna brush out my eyelash extensions. I'm not gonna lie, I cannot wait for these to fall out. They are so nearly ready to be coming off, but I think I've got like another week where they'll look acceptable, and then I'm gonna take them off myself. I was gonna go and get them redone because I do love having them, but I just feel like they are a little bit of an inconvenience sometimes. I think I just want to stick to like getting a lash lift from now on. Yeah, and then I'm just going to pop some mascara on my lower lashes. So this is the Maybelline Sky High. This is the waterproof one, which makes it a pain to get off because I can't use my balm to take it off because it will take my eyelashes off. Cute. I don't know, I should have probably done a bit of like tight lining, but I don't think I can be bothered. Oh, and then this next step I'm so excited for, but it might go wrong, so fingers crossed. But I'm basically gonna try and do is it called Doyen? I think lip. I'm gonna try and do that. I just want to try it. I need my sharpener. So I'm gonna go in with, this is just a like pink lip liner that for whatever reason won't sharpen. Why will this not sharpen? Okay, I sorted the lip liner. I finally got it to sharpen. So I'm basically just gonna line my lips. Like I would normally. And then I'm just gonna take my finger and I'm just gonna really smudge that out. I might need to do a tiny bit of cleanup, but for now that'll be fine. I might have used a lip liner that's a tad too dark as well, but we will deal with that in a minute. And then I'm gonna get a red lipstick. This is a liquid lipstick. This is just a lime crime one. And I'm just going to take that in the centre of my lip. Okay, I'm liking how this is looking so far. I wish I'd gone in with a lip liner that was a little bit paler. I think this would have looked so much better. Okay, and then I'm just going to go in with a lip gloss. So this is just a Primark High Gloss Lightweight Ultra Shine Lip Gloss. I don't know, what do we think? Do you think that looks good? I'm not sure, I don't know. I feel like I like it. I wish I'd have gone in with a lighter lip liner, but I feel like that looks cute. Let me just quickly sort out my hair and then I'll be back to show you the finished look. Okay, so this is the finished look. Everything is kind of like what I do on a daily basis, but the lip is completely different. I think if I was to do it again, I would just do the lip liner a tad bit lighter, and then I think that the red in the middle would show up a bit better. But I love how it looks. I can't lie. I think it looks really, really cute. But this is how I have been doing my makeup lately. If you did get ready with me, let me know in the comments. Let me know what kind of makeup look you went for. Was it like natural or was it full glam? Because I miss a full glam makeup look, I'm not gonna lie. But let me know what you think of my everyday makeup look. Thank you guys so much for staying until the end. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like, 'cause it really, really does help me out. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss when I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Saturday. And with all that being said, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.